like an armlet Deso, I could see that pace being ramped up. But if you take the classic wait 15, 17 minutes to get that Radiance, that's exactly all Faceless Void needs to get that Mask of Madness SNY when he's got the power behind him, and he'll be ready to fight you at that point.
Okay, it sounds like an uphill battle, but that is what TSpirit was expecting in a matchup against Virtus Pro. See whether or not they can make the climb to first place with ODPixel and Kyle.
Indeed, a very important game 3 here for both of these squads. VP versus Spirit. And as we heard sort of from yourself and the panel, seems like you're not big fans of what Spirit's got out this game.
You make best situation.
Not at all. I mean, think about that last game. They're just able to hunt always because cooldown's so low and limited. And Yatoro certainly can carry this, but
sure.
I don't know, man. I feel like VP, their team fight with all spells active, a good chrono still neuters most of the Spirit lineup. A BKB Void just kills Warlock, kills Mirana. Saves himself. Well, maybe. Arrow.
Yes. Oh, that's going to be a first blood here, surely. See who gets the kill. And they'll let Toronto Tokyo take this for the mid lane. First blood for him.
Thanks, guys.
What did he just buy off the bat? He's not rushing bottle, just free stats now. That's nice.
Yeah, just got the full one coming out ready for the laning stage. Nice early move here from Spirit. And I mean, so as you say, it's a lot of long cooldowns on Spirit's side. But I mean, over on VP, they have Chronosphere and RP, but just overall, you feel that VP's lineup just can get more done without the big ultimates?
Oh, arrow again. Nice juke.
It's all right.
They got him. No, they didn't. The wand that he didn't buy. That was the mark.
Toro's stick was enough to save them with the Shadow Word. And Toronto actually ended up losing his courier, so he actually went out the wand early. As the courier is actually getting taken down amidst all that chaos.
Well, entertaining start to be sure. And yeah, I think that Spirit, they play best when they don't have to sit on their hands. And in this game, there's going to be moments where they simply can't be active. And then the Empower just negates any sort of farming advantage a Wraith King might have against a Void. Also, DM, he's been standout for me so far in this game, or in this series, rather.
Sure, what, even last game, you feel that he was playing the best?
I mean, he was doing his job. Perhaps he could have got active a little more, but he was trying to farm that blink up, beat his carry to it. And in this game, this lane specifically, they want to pull the wave out of tower. That 3 armor bonus to Yatoro is pretty significant.
Well, that's pretty insane there as well. Look at his win rate. 5 games this patch on Wraith King, hasn't lost a game.
Hey, it's like the Alliance DK. When in doubt.
And look at this as well. Collapse. 7 games, hasn't lost a game.
Wow.
You don't get better win rates on your off lane and carry than this. So even though the draft may be stacked up against them.
Oh, look at that. Mira, 9-1.
I mean, there's no denying they win on these heroes. They win an awful lot on these heroes.
Will they win this game, though? This is the toughest competition they've got left. Virtus Pro is all that stands between them and a bonus 200 DPC points, which I believe would place them at 600 total. Pretty close to the threshold that I think will get you into TI. I was talking with a couple stats guys. They figured it'd be somewhere between 600 and 800. Or rather, 500 and 700. I just made that up. But it sounds right, doesn't it?
Well, it sounds like a lot. It's a big number.
I'm dead.
Let's see. Interesting. So DM though going a different build. When we saw Koifa play this, it was a 2-0-1. He's going for a totally different style.
Thanks, guys.
And I'm surprised by that. They have CM aura, so you'd figure that they'd actually be playing more to cast spells. So bit of an innovation in comparison to what we see in the Western EU division.
She saved, doing a good job here of pushing back the 2 of them on his own. So that the power of the Lina in the lane. And mid. So far, Toronto Tokyo having the edge, but we'll see how much things begin to change once GPK's got the levels and able to mess with the Mars quite a bit with that EMP. Bottom. Oh, little rush with the arrow there this time, Mirror, but it doesn't matter. Wow. It doesn't matter at all. The physical damage just destroying Kingslayer.
Yeah, it's a rough CM game. I like the early level in Gush. I always get a little sad whenever I see a Tidehunter skip it because the minus armor, it's one of the best level 1 spells in Dota. 40% slow, minus 4 armor, lasts 4 seconds. And you can see, Richie like CM,
destroys them. We've got this any sort of lane backup that's able to get him with the easy hits. Rana, absolutely one of those heroes. And a good shot of getting a lot of kills early on.
This mid lane, probably the one to watch. He's the most even. Haven't seen GPK play too much Invoker. Well, he plays it, but not their first choice so far in the DPC. Just gonna see how he chooses to itemize. I haven't seen much success with the Quaswex. Oh.
It's alright.
Is he dead?
He's looking pretty dead unless the Shadow Work can do something amazing. Oh. He's actually gonna live. It is. It's just enough the Shadow, and yes, Save's got to be careful. Well, damage comes in really onto the two of them. Save will fall, but him and DM will manage to get back in time. But there we have the power of the Warlock. And heals enough to keep him alive.
The lack of power in that Shockwave. Double damage for the second point. Instead, we have 2 in power.
Actually, yeah, that is surprising. Yeah, going for sort of the 1-2 one. Yeah, putting more points here early into that Empower.
Not a fan, especially with Arcanes. Like the Shockwave spam is just so effective. I understand you want to give bonus damage to both you and your ally. It's not what I've seen most other offlane mags do. Let's see, Rune is not spawning because it's 5 minutes. Kyle. Bottom lane. Going very well for TSpirit. Void pressured into buying more regen as well because he just takes so much harass. That's the second or third salve used.
That's a complete free farm here for Collapse. They do have this excellent lane combo as we see.
Oh, they saw that ward too. It's a free XP and gold bonus. I'll be countered, no problem.
Yeah, so whenever you're sort of laning against a leaner and you're getting chased down, there's not really much you can do about it as a Warlock. Likely to be killed solo by Save, but get pushed right away from the action and giving DM this chance to farm. Obviously, with the extra points and power, this is the benefit. You are going to have that heavy right-click advantage.
Man, I just realized EG, they're like the only team I've seen that use like an old photo as a spray. And if only Fear was still part of the organization, we would have got that bathroom photo. That would have been a spread.
That would have...
Talk about asserting dominance.
I mean, Valve would have doubled their value as a company.
Instant sold out.
Yeah, they would have sold out of an unsell out of the item.
Servers crash.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, he's going for the skewer. Will he get it? No. Does not happen up top. Another. It's a pixels too. Like they spent the whole budget on the rights to the photograph.
Oh,
that's a kill.
Here's the first move for GPK. Ooh, that's gonna save him.
Okay.
All right, it's forced out, but it keeps him alive.
You can take that. You force a rotation. That's a ravage for a TP.
Well, GPK not with any quick measures of being able to get back to the mid, so yeah. Space made and no lives lost here for TSpirit.
Will that continue? So far, so good. I mean, the Spirit lineup certainly benefits from a slower paced game. They'd love an opportunity to get all their big spells online. If they can take the fights that they want, pretty tough for VP until much later in the game. Gotta watch the Void's item progression. That's the key. He's gonna have a free Battle Fury thanks to his mag. Wants a good start. Want to see some more Ancient stacks coming out as well if possible.
Have we got any? Not quite yet.
I think
maybe
that's
first round here.
Yeah, Lena's posted up. He knows his job. Does he have multiple?
Oh, yeah, he's got a double here.
Yeah, there you go. Will he get both?
Yeah, perfect.
Both. Easy. I'm dead to spare.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Top GM.
I had to work so hard to get my voice into the game. Into the blessing of Val. Same with you, Owen. These players, they just get to insert themselves. How do you think they determined that? Only 3 voice lines, but 5 players. They fight for it? Based on branding?
I imagine so.
Captains?
Or DM. Can they do this? Yatoro, he's got 1 charges, but and he wants to go off.
Oh, what? He didn't stick?
He wouldn't.
Radiant's
It
top
would,
tower is offline.
yeah, it wouldn't have been enough, right? Smash. Oh, Chrono's down. All right, dropping the Chrono
Radiant's
for him.
bottom tower is under attack.
I think that's enough.
No, it wouldn't have been there. It's 150 mana, right?
10.
10 times 50.
Time.
Oh, he had mangoes.
Yeah.
He had a lot of mangoes.
No,
okay.
the mangoes were just picked
Oh,
up by...
okay, yeah, I was going to say I don't think he had the mangoes when he died.
Wait, 10 times 15.
It's not hard. You can do it.
That's 150, but the ult costs 180. Oh, and he wouldn't have been. He would have done.
He wouldn't have.
He would have.
He wouldn't have had it. No, he knew as well. You know, he weren't wasting those charges.
Dire's top
Yatoro did the
tower
maths.
is under attack.
True.
Mine is true.
Radiant's bottom tower
Gonna catch
is
him
under
here?
attack.
Not.
Not that he wants him away. He does still have GPK up. Now Yatoro definitely having enoug mana sustain
Radiant's
to
middle tower is under
make
attack.
things a little difficult when it comes to VP trying to punish him here. And 4 heroes and 5 heroes.
5 heroes,
in
they're
back
just
to-
top.
Thanks, guys.
I don't
Thanks a lot.
like
This feels a bit
Bottom
awkward. You
tower
gotta
is
split
under
up.
attack.
This ain't time. This is not the time to group up and go.
I mean, I'll be honest. VP didn't really play so clean in that last game. We were a little critical, but
Radiant's bottom
deservedly
tower
so of their
is under
smokes.
attack.
Just,
Bottom
oh,
tower.
well, we gotta do something. Oh, okay, let's try again. This game feels like that same, Deer Lost in the Woods vibe, where they find the kill, but then they're all there. They don't have tower pressure. You're not going to be able to fight if the Tide TPs. They lost bot tower while that occurred. Like their whole jungle is just gone. So yeah, maybe just chill a bit. Go farm an ancient stack with your Void MOM. Probably your only play.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Going for that Midas this game, GPK. A little earlier than what we saw from Toronto Tokyo today. Rather than getting the full vessel, just sticking with the urn and going straight into it. Plus the levels are going to have a heavy benefit this game. He's got some
Radiant
fantastic
are
setup
scanning.
for that potential down the line. There's that Axe, that Cataclysm, RP. I mean, a lot of stuff, like multiple sort of setups for that sort of late game, just game breaker.
I really like that he's going to go for the Midas before Vessel on GPK. The urn is nice. It's a little sustain, extra damage, very good for Quadbox Invoker. But to go full Vessel in a game you don't really need it, just kills your item progression. Earlier you get the Midas, the better. Whoa.
Golem dropped.
Whoa.
Arena as well.
Radiant's
They're
middle
straight onto GPK. The Ravage coming in as GPK.
We got him.
Everything thrown down onto the Invoker. Try and chase down Kingslayer over to the side. The RP's come out. They got the damage though. DM and Nightfall trying to focus Toronto Tokyo. Laguna comes out. Toronto Tokyo is still on the retreat. The Chrono's down. Team Nightfall has the damage with the Light Strike Array. They don't have further detection. They're not going to be able to kill it. Toronto Tokyo actually lives as VP. They're going to lose a 4th potentially. TM's trying to run. They've got him. 4 dead on VP. They get nothing.
Absolutely nothing. They took a fight 4-on-5. I know they used a bunch of spells, Owen, but TSpirit, they had so many more remaining. Like, no Invoker. That's the team fight for TSpirit. They get off the RP, they get off the Chrono, but there's just no damage.
I mean, look at this.
I mean, a whiff, and then I love this from Spirit. Just
Radiant's
go.
middle tower
Like they
is
just
under
blow
attack.
everything
Yep.
just on the edge of that rock golem, and they use every single ability. Expected a shorter TP, I think that would have caught the mag, and perhaps this fight goes even worse. But can it go worse for VP? I'm not even sure. We see the RP, but there's just no damage.
It came out to, I believe, just Toronto, Tokyo, and then this man just tanked an RP, tanked a Chrono, yet he still doesn't die.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's TSpirit. Rep of the city. You know who's rooting for them? Every single team in this region. VP's going to TI. If you're Na'Vi, you're ASM Monaco Gambit, you are just thinking, hell yeah, Spirit, let's go. Because if you get to the major, that's one more team we don't have to compete against. And I already can foresee a final where it's those 2 teams playing for that one spot. It's kind of weird, but you don't actually want to root for the strongest team in your region in this season too. You're hoping that next best steps up.
Radiant's middle tower.
Aggressive on a collapse, but collapse, he doesn't fear VP right now. In fact, TPC are coming in, Yatoro. Land the stun onto Nightfall. This arena for Toronto Tokyo though. It's caught GPK. They're on top of the Invoker. Invoker's going to get taken down, and now Nightfall has been left behind. He's got a time walk. They got any further catch it. TM's got to come across and try and get some safety for Nightfall. He's going to skewer Yatoro in. The Light Strike Array holding back the Wraith King. Mirror collapse. They're still chasing. They're hunting him for TM. They're going to be able to find him in the trees. TM. He's got RP up, but he's not going to want to use it here. He's dead for sure. He'll accept his fate. As again, another move here where Spirit, they're just rolling over VP.
Radiant's bottom tower
This is unbelievable. They're just fighting, and VP is like, okay, let's go for it. But guys, I know you got confidence. You're brawler extraordinaires, but this is not a team you can fight into. They didn't even have Ravage, but the threat of it was there.
Yeah.
It was coming off cooldown, so you knew buybacking and trying to recommit is not going to pan out.
Absolutely.
Give them a blink in a moment.
They're doing that without the ultimates. You know, the ults are going to be good to go. As you say, yeah, blink or collapse, ready to fly out.
And we doubted the draft on, but we should, you know, our observer, they showed us the truth. These players, undefeated Wraith King and Tidehunter so far. One win, 9 wins, 1 loss on the Mirana. Hell yeah, you talk about comfort heroes, just pick what you're best with. Rock and roll, this is great stuff from Spirit. And the free smoke. They see it coming. Careful.
Radiant are scanning.
Not able to do anything, of course, onto Yatoro himself.
Dire are scanning.
Got to play very carefully. And they can't allow to have any more fights as the last few have been. GPK, is he going to go for this? They scanned him.
Is under attack.
They scanned. They know GPK is still around. Oh! They've seen him. Arena's down. They've found him. Team Spirit there, knowing that GPK would still be hovering around this bottom half of the map.
And they hit him with the tips. VP still laughing. But those that gleeful laughter is turned into a bit of a nervous tick, because I don't think they have an idea of how to fight once again. And VP, when they can't fight, has not seemed like the same team.
No.
Blink Ravage available. Top 3 net worth. All Team Spirit. And their 5-man is just nuts. What's the Wraith King's build? Is he gonna have a Radiant sometime soon? Indeed he is. I love that he went for the Armlet this game though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's just so cost efficient on a hero like Wraith. And that Midas is starting to look like it might not be enough to get GPK back into this.
It's going to be a slow one. He's had such a rough time off the last few moves that Team Spirit's been able to make against VP. And Team Spirit, they're not stopping. They're going to hit them with the smoke themselves.
Oh, they had a great ward though placed outside the Roche pit, so they saw that smoke. Oh. Close.
Looking to get in there though. Collapse. And save over to the side. I think he is.
Commit this to
He knows the score.
Oh. Some nice jukes.
I like the communication you can make now with enough voice lines. He was dead, but the best situation was certainly found, which is to just survive that extra 15 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is
waste.
under attack.
I mean, VP, they've got to do something right. I feel like we're falling into sort of the same boat as last game, where VP just not a whole lot's being done. A Spirit 11 for 2, 7k lead and growing with every passing minute. I mean, good growth there against VP.
Radiant's top
VP, of course, they do have a solid combo themselves. Chrono, RP,
is under attack.
but not the easiest of teams to find it against. Very unlikely that you're going to catch many of Spirit's members standing on top of one another.
You're going to need BKBs plus these initial damage items that are coming out from Lotus Pro before you can actually fight into Team Spirit. They just have way too much AoE control. Expect their next move to be Roshan. There's that minus on GPK, but it's looking rough, man. 11-2 the score. Neither support on VP is going to have much survivability. Continuing to hunt with the arrows. Warding is ideal now. Yatoro controlling the Radiant Ancients. That's key. Whenever you're playing against this mag draft, Collapse putting his body between him and the enemies. You can't target Tidehunter. It is not going to end well for you, Virtus Pro. And
well,
once again,
yeah,
let's smoke into nowhere.
Radiant are scanning.
And Nightfall's actually just going to break out of it.
This team, maybe this explains a bit of their underperformance in the major. When they aren't in control of the game, they look lost. And
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, now it's so hard to make a move. TSpirit are prepared. In fact, there's the jump. Collapse. Not to Kings there. VP they still want to try and go for something. They will break the tide away from the rest of them. But in the arena, Nightfall's been caught. Jumps out with the time warp. RP being used on the solo Collapse. The odds come out with the Ravage is ready. So he can disrupt the time that Nightfall's getting to try and beat down the heroes. The Goblin is up. They drop it on the Void. Nightfall's gone. As again, just Spirit having much greater composure in these team fights. As VP are really struggling with these 5v5s.
brought him out of the Sunstrike. Run!
He's gonna blink in a second.
Yeah, well.
Ah, they've got him.
Hey!
Situation.
So something to be found at the end of it, but still not really big enough of a kickback against Spirit to get VP in a happier position. They lose the tier 2 top. Money's going to be there for the relic to be grabbed by Yatoro. Things continue to look up and up here for Team Spirit.
You said it yourself, Owen, like, you know, the Twitch chat, everyone could see that Ravage coming. He's standing there. He's like, okay, you want to do that?
Nightfall.
There was no scenario that was going to work. He chronos, there's a Ravage, interrupts the CM ulti. Of course Collapse is going to pop a spell. Oh, GBK, that's popping. Careful.
Mirror is out of leaps. One in a second. Can they do anything to save him? They cannot.
With honor.
The kill found here by VP. But yeah, like sort of pre-BKB, it's hard. You know, any of these sort of large-scale AoE ultimates are always going to mess with the Void, right? The Ravage, even just the drop of the Golem, you're just taking away those precious seconds that Nightfall needs to lock down on whoever he's caught in it.
I actually think this might have been a BKB rush game, even before the Sanj and Yasha. Just because you need uninterrupted damage in the chrono.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy, yeah.
If you don't, because you're never going to catch all these heroes. Somebody, somewhere, is going to have something to throw at you when you've used the chrono this game. It's not easy.
DD, love this from Toronto. BKB right after. I think VP, you know, you'd love to get something going. No Ravage, you have RP, but you don't have a blink on DM, thus your initiation is a Tornado or a Chronosphere. It's not realistic.
Spirit, they're going to look for the Roshan objective here.
Good time.
And I think they're pretty much getting away with this. Radiance done on Yatoro.
Solar Crest, Vlad's next item, love it. Just stack those auras, bonus damage, and a gem to boot from Aposhka. Look at the ward control they've got. Sure, they have no control over bottom of their Ancient camp, but they don't care. They're just trying to deny Void this Ancient, and I believe they've done so successfully for the last 10 minutes or so.
I don't think he's been really able to farm this area at all.
Yeah. Now an Aegis Wraith King, I've got a Radiance, suddenly my farm increases, and VP, it's the same old story. We're gonna smoke into the Aegis with Ravage and all other spells on cooldown. Good luck, sirs. Good luck. You got Blink on Mag, RP.
It's a tough move. But it's just sort of a testament to show how rough of a position VP feel that they're in. If they feel that they have to try for these sort of plays. RP's dropped down. They've got Toronto, Tokyo. Clean move and nothing to be done. So all in all, you know, that's something. You know, they can't really hope for too much off the back of these smokes because of them being behind. Getting a core. You know, it's not bad.
I don't know, man. Like, they just give up 2 towers for that now, though. At least bottom will fall once the creep wave gets there. And honestly, if I'm Spirit, I just keep going.
Sure, yeah, I mean Spirit, yeah, they're not going to be shaking up too much. But yeah, least for VP, better than the smokes they're able to find
Radiant
towards the end of last game.
structures are fortified.
It gets them a kill, they don't lose anyone.
Radiant's bottom
I
tower
disagree,
is under
Owen.
attack.
I don't think that kill gives you much at all.
Dire's top tower
Yeah,
is
I mean,
under
obviously,
attack.
smokes last game weren't great,
True.
The
Okay,
standard's
sure.
not very
sure.
high.
It's better.
Standard's not high. They had a rough one in the second half of last game.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom
So it's
tower
It's like getting
you
catered
get
food,
it.
right? If it's edible, it's above average.
Yeah.
Now he's back alive, and it's time to chase VP back to their side of the river. Oh, careful.
DM.
Oh, if he had quick cast, maybe he gets that Yules off.
All right, they'll get saved instead.
I'm dead.
So, you get the kill, you push lane, you lose tower, and now Spirit just kick you right back out. And if he gets vision of the high ground with the courier, he's going to grab the one ward placed as well. Now on to mid. You've got Aegis. Time to go. I'd like to see Spirit fight. They won't be able to time it before Void has BKB, so the fights get a little more difficult. So they're not out of the... Like, look, making memes of it, but VP, they're still in this. They've got Void. They will have the late game. You can always find multiple man Chronospheres.
Talk about making memes. I'm not too sure about the item saves got queued up. What do you reckon about this, Kyle?
Was it a Meteor Hammer or something?
I'd say even more kind of strange. So on save, on the Lena.
Okay.
Does that do much for him this game?
Not against Tide. Mars is going to have BKB. Maybe for the supports?
I mean, Mirana's got a Yules.
The right-click damage?
He's changed. I was like, yeah, there's no way he's buying an Orchid.
Okay.
He's not going to buy them.
Here we go.
They're much more expected.
I just love
Glimmer Cape.
This was so inherited from Solo. It's like, gosh, can't get out on the map. We're losing. Let's go smoke, guys. We're going to fight him.
allies disappear.
This move's going to hurt if
Oh,
BP
they should have
gets
seen
caught by
that.
this.
Board Spirits got blocked.
Oh.
Will they venture outside of the base?
We've got the full axe on GPK. We do. We've got the full axe. So he's...
Whoa.
Oh, they make the jump. Nightfall isn't to get the BKB off. Now maybe they can look to turn. They're in on the return. They've got the chrono down. They're focusing. The Cataclysm coming into play. Takes that Chrono Trunk kill. Brings down your Toro the Watch. Ravage comes out for Collapse. Catches the four of them now. TSpirit ready to hit back. They're on to the end. Take down the Magnus. Buyback comes out straight away from him. As your Toro will fall a second time. Ready for a third round there, of course. Turn towards Nightfall. RP comes up at the end. The light track raised there as well. They've taken out the Wraith King. Dead for good now. As Wraith King's gone, VP now ready with a cleanup.
Dire's middle
Collapse, he
tower
might
is
blink
under
out to
attack.
safety, but Maposhka, he'll get left behind. It's VP able to pull together a solid fight outside the walls of their base.
That was sick. Like, big mistake from Spirit there. They all in for this idea they were going to get a stun arrow off. Does not land. And suddenly it's like, oh, okay. Well, Collapse, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Use that arena. I'm going to chrono you. You're going to go down. Cataclysm Chronosphere. They just got that timing.
It just delivered. Literally, we had the courier flying in. There it is now.
That was the arrow. So here it comes in, and he just BKB. Yeah.
I think it hit a creep, actually.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I mean, Collapse just put themselves way out of position. As soon as you get the double chrono, like, this is it. Doesn't matter the rock's there to counter-initiate. It's just kerplow.
I mean, and this combo is going to hurt. It doesn't matter how far behind you are. Cataclysm, with this sort of setup,
yeah,
it's going to kill someone. Almost certainly two. You know, it is going to be something that will be quite the challenge for TSpirit to fight into, despite the strengths and lead that they have built up.
Yeah, love the buyback from DM too. He knew I have RP. Maybe I'm not needed, but secures the kill. They kill Wraith King 3 times.
Yeah.
They might have just straight up turned this game. Like, might have counted him out too soon, but oh wait, or have we?
That's
He has no
buyback.
buyback.
You 13 mana.
Push bot
boy.
wave, 74 seconds.
That's a big window.
Dire's middle tower is
Big
under
window,
attack.
no Magnus, no Chrono.
Have Ravage up soon.
About the same as the Chrono here. Same timing.
Okay. Mid-tier 2 will likely be a target. You gotta be serious. Spirit, they need better initiation. You also cannot go for a Void in that
Dire's
spot
top tower is
if you're
under
not able to
attack.
100 to 0 him, because he'll just leap, now full HP, now BKB, and if all of a sudden there's 3 heroes in melee range, it's the easiest chrono of your life. And we witnessed there,
Radiant's middle tower is
Cataclysm
under attack.
equals double Sunstrike on all targets chronoed.
Radiant are scanning.
And yeah, see, I like this more
Radiant's
than what we
middle
saw
tower
out of
has
Toronto,
fallen.
Tokyo. You know, he maxed Exort. Like, I think that no matter what, as an Invoker, you never want to see max Wex. It's just not nearly as impactful as getting to hit this crazy Ags max damage Sunstrike Cataclysm combo. This is what the hero is meant to do here. And yeah, that net worth is quite low, but it's deceiving because ultimately,
the damage you can do.
Yeah, he's a Cataclysm. That's his role in a team fight, and it's all on the Chrono. No hard save on the side of Spirit, so they got to be very cautious. VP, to do something, smoke. You love it. Cooldown's up. Let's just go, folks.
Yep.
Can't stay stuck in our base.
Chrono and a Cataclysm is going to kill anybody.
They don't want Mira.
Want something bigger.
Not buyback.
Not necessarily the big Chrono they were hoping for. Just a Warlock.
Outpost bottom is available as well.
Still going to try for the RP. He's got the turn, but the counterplays there for Collapse. Comes in the Ravage. The BKB's out for Nightfall. This Cataclysm comes in. Churro Tokyo goes down. Yatoro goes down the once. Buyback's coming out straight away here from TSpirit. They look to try and turn. Yatoro's in with the jump onto GPK. GPK in with the Ghost Walk, but the Golems drop down. GPK pushing the back with the Deafening Blast as he'll try and run, but the Gush is there. Collapse jumps in, finishes him off. TSpirit make the call to put all in on this team fight, come in with 2 buybacks, and now they look to try and push the high ground whilst Chrono and Cataclysm are down.
Oh, the creeps, do they have a wave? Oh, it's Counts. They got credit for, I guess, one of those creeps that had just died out. Oh, wait, no, just kidding, there's an archer. A lonely archer is actually going to enable this push.
Are they jumping in?
Oh,
Nightfall! He's going to get pinned to his own ancient. They got the farm, they got the gun, they don't have enough damage. Nightfall, he's tanking it up. I'm more than happy to turn Yatoro. He's done in for this, he's dead for once. Giving him bring down a second time. The stun is out of Nightfall, but look at the Lagoon and the Deafening Blast. Push the back, Nightfall's able to get the top walk off. Yatoro dying underneath the tier 4s. Under his own play, going to dive in. And Spirit, they'll throw away 2 of their lives, and now they've got to run. VP hot on the chase out of the base. Toronto Tokyo popping the arena, and the Spirit trying to push them back. Nightfall and Mirror going to be chased down here by DM. Mirror. And Toronto then will get out of there, but still out. A bit of a dive there from Spirit, and it will hurt them. They'll lose up on that opportunity to potentially get the tier 3 in the racks.
I can't see the future, but I think in about 5 minutes we're going to see some 6-4-4s being spammed in the chat. That was one of the more YOLO moves I have ever seen. Oh, what do you? Wow, Spirit, like so much. They could have got a Rax, perhaps. They could have gone back for Roche. I mean, instead they dived tier 4s.
They were just, and it wasn't even close to killing Nightfall. We stunned him. He down to half HP, if even that. Nowhere close to being able to threaten the life of this Void with that dive under the tier 4s. And now Roche, it's all VPs. And in a state of the game where buybacks from both sides kind of on cooldown spent out, it's just meaning everything that we have at the moment where it really did all go wrong for Team Spirit.
The arrow's off. Maybe if that arrow hits, you've got a shot, but even so, a GPK buyback ends that. Like, unpause. But I just don't know, man. This is getting harder and harder. Soon there'll be a BKB on Invoker. Suddenly, Spirit's complete lack of real BKB piercing Dable. I know they have the Warlock Golem, but it's really just not the same.
Not going to cut it against a carry that's not, has the BKB and multiple, jumps. Nightfall's getting out every single time.
The easy shard as well. Love that. One of the better shards, especially against all these big cooldowns of Spirit. Maybe bait something out.
Absolutely.
Hop out to save.
We'll see what the next move is. It's going to be a lot harder though. Pretty much back to even on the net worth. They're going to try that. They're coming out with the smoke. Again, this time they'll be the team making the move into a side that does have all the ults ready. They'll catch DM. Tora's in. DM. They save him in time. The Golem's going to be dropped down. DM can't get off the RP. The Chrono comes out for Nightfall. Cataclysm follow up throw onto the 3 of them. They take down Yatoro the one. Toronto Tokyo on 4 as well as Mira. Nightfall, he's ready to keep the cleanup going. Over to watch Yatoro. Triple kill for him. And they're not done yet. The tornado control for GPK comes out onto Collapse. As Spirit, they really have. They've collapsed completely. Nightfall, ultra kill. And when you have sort of this large of a loss of momentum, I don't know if you're getting it back.
That feeling themselves now. That was just, again, a punish on Toronto Tokyo. Nightfall playing here flawlessly with Chronosphere's placement.
Yeah.
Every time the Mars is caught off guard, he's just chronoed. It's a bait almost. He's looking at Yatoro, looking at Yatoro. Oh, there's a Mars I can grab too. All right, Chrono, Cataclysm, GPK. Super simple game for him. Once the fight breaks out, he just chills, waits,
Dire's middle
brings
tower
down
is under attack.
massive pain and Alacrity now. This
Dire's
Arax.
top barracks
Still an
has
Aegis
fallen.
as well.
Dire's top
Maybe go for more.
barracks has fallen.
Yeah, full
Dire's
MKB
middle
on
tower is
Nightfall.
under attack.
Massive items just continue to fly out off the back of every successful
Dire's
team
middle
fight.
tower has fallen.
Spirit, what do they got? They're gonna have the full roster probably up. Maybe after. We'll see how much they can go into the. What? Yatoro! TM gets the jump immediately, takes Yatoro out of the base. Gets him down once. Is he gonna get the back up in time? I don't know. BKB's committed by Nightfall. Yatoro, he's instantly dead. A beautiful grab there from DM. And Yatoro, he's gotten out of the game. 70 seconds. No buyback. They have just. They've just destroyed Yatoro. The last few moves ever since that dive under the tier 4, Yatoro's just completely lost it.
Dire's middle
Man,
barracks are
you
under
know, it really looked like VP were on the ropes. I'm laughing at them as they smoked to nowhere, it seemed. But credit to them, they make you beat them. And they just played with more tenacity, more aggression. They're the ones fighting, so they're setting up the fight.
They know there's no buyback on the Wraith King. They can play as aggressive as they want. Grabbing Collapse, no Ravage for 20 seconds. He's trying to run, but Nightfall's chasing. Collapse is gone. He does have buyback. Still a lack of Ravage and a lack of a carry. As VP, they'll push on. See how much this first buyback scares them. I don't think it does. They still know Wraith King 20 seconds.
On 5.
As they're looking for the end. DM. Grab Mirror. Mirror tries to leap out, but Mirror's gone. Does have buyback available as well. The damage being done here, the tier 4s are taken. Nightfall, she said, with the Chrono, he's gonna continue to stay here.
is under attack.
GPK just chilling in Invis, waiting to Cataclysm. Oh no.
Watch for this Chrono collapse. He's in with the Ravage. They've got a follow. They've got the arena, the control onto the back. The Chrono's gonna get dropped down onto the back line. They find the 2 squishies, both Mirror and Mapushka wiped out. Out for good. No buyback available for them. Nightfall now turns over on Yatoro. Brings him down the once with no Ravage. There's very little Collapse can do to keep this void off the race. The chase is on. The RP comes out as they're all going down here. GG is called. VP will continue to hold on to the title here at the top of the league as they take down TSpirit here in this game 3.